This is Steve Bruce for BLR. The Family and Medical Leave Act, as you undoubtedly know if you're an HR professional or employer, is one of the trickiest aspects of personnel management. In this video series, we examine scenarios with FMLA implications similar to those your supervisors or managers could face. Then we explain whether the supervisor handled the situation correctly and what other considerations should be made when handling a similar situation. In this scenario, Nancy, an employee, asks her supervisor for time off to care for her daughter, who is on bed rest due to a high-risk pregnancy.
Okay, so Nancy, what is it you want to see me about?
Well, you know my daughter, she's 20 now, and she's expecting, and the doctor put her on bed rest because it's a high-risk pregnancy.
Oh.
And so I need some time off because I'm the only one who can really help her with eating and dressing and the things that she needs.
Yeah, Nancy, I am sorry. We are just slammed with work right now. I just cannot afford to have you take any time off, okay? Why don't you just, I don't know, get her some batteries for her remote control. She'll be fine, okay?
As you may have already determined, the supervisor's rather flippant denial of Nancy's request, including the suggestion that the employee change the batteries for her daughter's remote control, was not an adequate response. BLR's FMLA expert, legal editor Susan Schoenfeld, explains what the supervisor should have considered in determining whether Nancy could take FMLA leave to care for her adult daughter.
In order to be eligible for FMLA leave, an employee's child must either be under the age of 18, or if that child is over the age of 18, they must be incapable of self-care because of a mental or physical disability at the time that FMLA leave is to commence. So since Nancy's daughter is 20 years old, she has to meet FMLA's criteria for being incapable of self-care because of a disability. Now Nancy says that her daughter needs help with eating and dressing and other things that Nancy says she needs. Therefore, the employer has to get medical certification to determine whether the daughter requires active assistance or supervision with those activities of daily living. Now, the employer also has to determine whether the employee's need for, the daughter's need for bed rest for her high-risk pregnancy is a serious health condition for which she needs care. Now, in order to become by FMLA, there are a series of tests to apply to determine whether or not a serious health condition exists. In the daughter's case, high-risk pregnancy is most likely a serious health condition requiring continuing treatments by a healthcare provider, but the employer should request medical certification to make that determination. Finally, Nancy must be needed to care for her adult child. And to determine whether or not this is the case, an employer should ask the questions such as whether the adult child is unable to care for her own basic medical, hygienic, or nutritional needs, or whether she needs things like transportation to and from the doctor's appointments.
Thanks, Susan. For more instructive guidance on real-life FMLA scenarios, see our next video in this series. And to learn how to adjust your policies and practices to ensure compliance with the changing regulatory landscape, attend our FMLA Masterclass for employers. Invest just one day to become even more proficient in FMLA administration and learn how to handle employees' questions and management's top concerns with greater confidence. You'll get the very latest FMLA compliance tactics, and you'll enhance your advanced practitioner skill set when you attend this satisfaction guaranteed event led by skilled attorneys in your area. Learn more about the FMLA Masterclass, including upcoming dates and cities, by visiting store.blr.com/ events.